Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So if you have been watching my channel from the beginning, then you might remember that the very first video that I did on my channel was my fragrance collection tag. This is of course the tag that was originated by the wonderful Joss Jane. And recently she decided to bring this tag back and she called it my fragrance collection tag take 2. I love this idea because since filming that original tag, my collection has changed dramatically and therefore my responses to tag questions changed. So I also decided to do a take 2 on this tag. There are 13 questions. Let's start going through them. And by the way, I think if I remember correctly, then all of my answers have changed compared to the first time that I did this tag. Okay, question number 1. What is the newest fragrance in your collection? And at the time of filming this, the newest fragrance in my collection is Farah from Brickord. This is a very interesting scent that I either just shared with you or will share with you in an upcoming haul. It is a beautiful scent that's mostly about dates and sort of sweet dates and honey and some plums. It is really, really beautiful. It is kind of similar to Wajan from Parfums de Marly. It is a beautiful gourmand type of scent. So this is the newest addition to my collection. What is the oldest question in my collection? This question number 2, and I think the answer to this one is quite predictable. If you watched any of my videos, the oldest fragrance in my collection is definitely Chanel Chance Autumn. I've had this for a very, very long time. I can't even remember how long. You can see that I've used up quite a lot, although I haven't really been reaching for it lately, but I'm sure that I will come back to this scent because it's a classic for me and kind of a staple, especially a staple as an office scent. So this is definitely the oldest one in my collection. I'm not going to tell you about the scent. I think most of you have tried it. It's a beautiful sort of fresh, fruity floral. Again, really great for the office because it is incredibly inoffensive in my opinion. Next question is, what is the most expensive fragrance in my collection? And this one was easy to choose. This is definitely the most expensive one. This is Spirituous Double Vanille from Guerlain. Very expensive scent. I've searched for it for a very, very long time. I'm happy to have it, although I think the price on it is quite outrageous these days, but nevertheless, I still got it. This is, of course, as the name suggests, this is a vanilla scent, but it is a boozy vanilla, boozy and slightly woody type of vanilla. If anyone is wondering, this is not a beast. The fragrances, at least the ones that I've tried from this Guerlain collection, are mostly skin scents or the scents that don't project very much at all. The longevity is decent, although not outstanding either. It's just one of those scents that I absolutely needed to have in my collection, even if performance is not the best. Next question is the opposite. What is the most affordable fragrance in your collection? And this is, of course, Zara, a sweet pastry in Paris. I've talked about this one several times. This is a fragrance that I think is very, very similar to Xerjoff Lyra. And by the way, I did a dupes video for Xerjoff Lyra. If you haven't watched it, I'm gonna link it up. And this was one of the closest dupes that I've tried. So this is your sweet lemon pastry. Delicious, beautiful, absolutely worth the price. This was, I don't know, 20 something Canadian dollars. So it is definitely the most affordable fragrance in my collection. Next question, what is your favorite easy reach? And of course, this changes all the time, but at the moment, it is Rouge Soir from Atelier des Ors. It is another beautiful gourmand that is slightly woody. This one is again about dates and plums. I think I'm having a love affair with dates currently. Really loving scents that have dates in them. This is just, anytime I don't know what to wear, I seem to be reaching for this one. This is a quite an addictive scent, beautiful, has really great performance. So Rouge Soir from Atelier des Ors is my current easy reach fragrance. Next question, what is your favorite bottle design? And for me, I'm a huge fan of simple, classy, elegant types of bottles. I think these are my favorite. And so, of course, I chose bottles from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I have two bottles here. This is Rouge Soir and this is Amoureuse Femme. I absolutely love bottle designs. They're simple, beautiful, elegant, classy, compact, easy to store or easy to display. I absolutely love the aesthetic of this brand. This is currently definitely my favorite bottle design. Next one is, what is your smallest bottle? And when I did this tag the first time, I chose a mini bottle of a perfume that I had. But this time I decided to go with actually smallest full bottle. And for me, I think the smallest one I have is Insolo from Jeroboam. This is a 30 ml bottle and it does look very small and compact. The fragrance is, of course, another gourmand. No surprises here. To me, it smells like a slightly burnt sugar or caramel. Beautiful, delicious, just the type of scent that I really enjoy. So next question, of course, is the opposite of that. What is the biggest bottle that you have? And I believe that the biggest bottle that I have is 120 ml, 120 or 125, I can't remember. But this is Fève Délicieuse from Christian Dior. This is from their private collection. Stunning fragrance that has tonka, vanilla, almond, whole bunch of other notes, but really to me, and I think to most people, this fragrance is about tonka. Perfect for this time of the year, a fragrance that I have been using and enjoying very much, and definitely happy to have it as part of my collection. Next question is, what fragrance is worth the hype? And I've chosen a fragrance that has been talked about in the last, I don't know, 2, 3, maybe even 4 months. A fragrance that I purchased based on the hype, and I think it was absolutely, the hype was absolutely worth it and absolutely justified. This is just my opinion. I'm sure you would have guessed. I'm talking about La Belle from Jean Paul Gaultier. Beautiful, sweet pear. That's all I'm gonna say about it because so much has been said already. And next question, as you might have guessed, is the opposite of that. What fragrance was not worth the hype? And again, I'm gonna go with a fragrance that has been hyped up a lot during the last at least couple of months. Of course, I don't have a bottle, but I did. And it just did not work for me. This was the one that I really couldn't agree with the hype. Again, this is just my personal opinion and my personal perception of the fragrance. I'm talking about Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One Intense. I know so many people love this scent and rave about this scent, and it just didn't work for me. There was something off-putting about it, something unnatural smelling, I don't know. I just couldn't put my finger on it, but I really did enjoy the scent, and for that reason I did not keep it in my collection, and for that reason, for me, it was not worth the hype. Next question is, which of your fragrances has the best memory associated with it? And this is a fragrance that I've talked about in one of my videos and why it has the best memory associated with it. I'm talking about Flora Botanica from Balenciaga, and I've shared a story already that this was I was wearing this fragrance when I found out that I was pregnant with my daughter, and this was also the fragrance I was wearing in the spring when she was born. So it definitely has the best memory association for me. Next question is, what is your favorite fragrance from your favorite house? And this is almost an impossible question to choose because there's so many houses that I love, but I had to narrow it down. And so I went with a house that I have been really enjoying exploring this year so much, and that's Lancome, and more specifically Maison Lancome line. And I've chosen my favorite from that line. Again, if you watched my videos, you know what my favorite is. Of course, it is Roses Barbaranza. I have, I think, 6 from this line now, and they're all of them I love for different reasons, but Roses Barbaranza was my first acquisition from this line, and it is still my absolute favorite. And of course, this is your jammy, sweet, slightly boozy rose with a beautiful addition of pistachios that add that type of interesting, unusual nuttiness to this fragrance. This is a beast of a fragrance. Performance is absolutely outstanding. If I spray this in the morning, I can smell it on me, and everyone around me can smell it for the rest of the day. Absolutely love Roses Barbaranza. And the last 13th question is, what is the most used fragrance? And of course, again, the answer to this one changes all the time, but I thought about what have I been using more than anything else in the last few months. And then the decision became easy because ever since I acquired this fragrance, I have been using it so much. I think I could easily wear this fragrance every day. This is, of course, Unknown Pleasures from Kerosene. This is an absolutely stunning, beautiful gourmand. It has vanilla, it has caramel, it has a tea note in here. It is just the most beautiful, delicious gourmand. There's no other way to describe it. And although I have so many gourmand fragrances, this is definitely at the top of the list. And that's why I have been reaching for it so much. So that's the end of this tag. Again, thank you, Joss, for creating the tag in the first place and bringing it back as take 2. It was really fun to go through these questions again and come out with more current answers. And of course, I would encourage anyone to do this tag as well. And if you're not making videos, let me know in the comments below your responses to some of these questions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!